Hello, is anybody there?
Yes, I'm here. This is Tom Copey. I'm waiting for the meeting myself.
Good morning, Mr. Copey.
Mr. Tepe, your meeting went well this morning.
Well, that's because you didn't ask any questions. It's all because of you.
I suppose. I've got. I get a lot of pressure from the other side, you know. So without offering any type of question for them, then I would be considered negligent by them. So what's the harm of some questions, even if they are a little bit uncomfortable?
Hey, if I didn't kid you about it.
Oh no, I
don't think
yeah. I accept the pun. It's fine. I'm pretty roly-poly. No problems.
Hey, if you're in politics,
Say again?
I'm sorry, go ahead. I was going to say, if you're in politics, you need to develop a thick skin, right?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's. I guess that's one way to put it. Got to have a thick skin and roll with the punches, and you know, you're never going to be on the right side of things all the time. So whatever. You know, there's another thing that I noticed. You know, I've been involved with local politics, township board for a term. I was a highway commissioner for a couple terms, and then I got involved with the county board here. There's one thing I noticed: you don't really make any friends. It seems like you find your enemies. So you just if you can make peace with that, you know, and understand that it's really not a popularity contest. You just do what you got to do. Then you can you know survive within your own self. That's how I justify the pains about it. You know.
Well, I got involved, you know, when I was on the township with, you know, the creation of a mental health board, and was very, very active in trying to make that happen. And, you know, because of that effort, you know, we made a lot of friends.
So what happened, speaking of mental health, what happened at the ARP committee meetings? Nothing got passed. I don't understand that. Are you on that committee?
Yes, I am.
So I guess the first round was specifically going to focus on mental health help, and apparently none of the respondents actually qualified for the request for mental health help. Is that the way I understand the whole thing?
No, that's not quite right.
Not
actually
quite right.
There was $4 million that was initially allotted. Half of that money is going to 6 of the key mental health organizations to help them with the employee bonuses and retention. And that money has been contracted for, and those organizations are beginning to deal with that. The extra $2 million that goes for mental health goes for food banks and goes for homeless shelters. That's where we've had a lot of applications. And then after applications were rejected, they appealed. So there were 7 appeals that we had to deal with yesterday. And as it turns out, they were all denied. So that's created somewhat of a delay. So we should have, we actually scheduled to have to request a special board meeting roughly at the end of March to get that money decided on. So we're now, the committee now has to decide how to distribute that money to the people that requested it.
So the argument for the denial was predominantly, well, there was in one case, it's like they really didn't exist. It was like a shell company, if you will. And then the other, the main thrust of the argument for the denial was that they didn't qualify. Now, that seems counterintuitive to me because, one, you can't invest in bricks and mortar, and but the federal government says that you can invest in broadband, which is essentially bricks and mortar. Then the other thing
that's why,
is that I understand that from other counties, they're actually just cutting a rebate check back to the people, and whether how they decide who, if it's a resident or a taxpayer or who gets cut that check, and I understand that's an option. If that's an option, then why couldn't the person going to the food bank or the homeless shelter apply personally, and avoid the argument that no, you don't qualify as a food bank because you're not a 501c, and then it gets really complicated after that, and then the lawyers start talking.
Well, it gets complicated before that. But, that's why we've got, this very expensive organization helping us with all of those decisions. But in the 7 organizations that, requested reconsideration, I don't think the vote was unanimous on any one of them. And one vote was
true.
Even,
that's true.
Even tied. So
two of them were tied.
Two
were tied.
Two were tied.
Well, we kind of dropped the subject on one of them. I think 2 of them would, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, 2 of them were tied.
Lyft was a tie, and Indivisible Aurora was a tie. Lyft Aurora and Indivisible Aurora, 2 ties.
But we really have a diverse group on that committee, so all of the opinions are getting are being considered, and nobody is being shut out or shut down in regard to any conversation.
Right.
Right.
So that's causing some delays.
Well, I sure don't miss having to serve on the committee. So you guys just hunker down and do the job you're doing. It's a good job, I mean, your discussion is deeply intense and which is important. I put a lot of stock in vetting properly. There is no dumb question, so there's the old adage.
Yeah,
I'm working on it.
Well, if you need some dumb questions, I'll ask them.
Mr. Kofi, it was amazing. It was amazing yesterday how calm Mavis was.
I was really calm. I stayed calm.
Your dander was up once or twice. I could tell.
Like when I tried to move that we deny something, because if you deny a denial, it passes.
That was quite a piece of work on your part. I was amazed on how you were able to flip that around and had the attorneys scratching their head. That was great.
Oh no, she got quieted down pretty fast.
Well, they wouldn't let me do it.
Mr. Kopi, it's Michelle here. Earlier I was in the other room listening to your conversation, but it cracked me up because you said we don't make anything, and I'm not gonna lie, I was brushing my teeth. Anyways, I thought, you know what? We make change. We make change.
I don't think I made that comment. We don't make anything. I did not make that comment. It must have been somebody else.
It could have
That was
been. It
Mavis.
could have been. It might have been
Yeah, it
Mavis.
could have.
Yeah.
It had to be
I
somebody
would
else.
never say that.
When the person said we don't make anything, does that mean we don't make money? We don't produce anything? What was the
I didn't hear that comment.
I didn't
think
either.
you were yeah. No, it wasn't you. It was somebody. I don't know who it was, but you had referenced that, and I thought, you know what? But we do. So it's something to be proud of.
Yeah, I told my brother and I were talking about making some changes on the farm, and I says, I try to make changes to improve our productivity and so on. I said it's so hard to make change. It takes so much work to make a change.
Yeah, it does.
So it does. It really does. So when you guys are deliberating for hours on these applicants, and we've only seen the tip of the iceberg in regards to the ARP funds, my hat's off to you.
You know what? Change is a risk. There's always a risk to making a change. Will it be better or
Change is a risk.
or not better?
Hey,
That
this
is a
is
good point
Ron.
too.
Change is a
With the-
risk, but not changing is a risk also.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, like if you're talking about your underwear or something, that might be an issue.
Yeah.
That's not the
Yeah.
topic at hand.
But it was funny. Come on.
It was
did you
funny
know
though.
that? Yeah. Did you know today is Random Act of Kindness Day? Did you guys know that?
No, I
No, I
didn't.
did not.
It is.
Oh.
It is Random Act of Kindness Day today. So pay it forward.
Okay.
All right, I'll see what I can do about that.
Michelle, did you get any turtles for-
Michelle,
Are we
Yes.
actually? Are we going to
Hey,
have this
Michelle?
legal affairs meeting or what?
This is
Mr.
fun.
Come on
Teppy
there.
first. I'm gonna chair this right now. Mr. Teppy, you go first.
Michelle, did you get any turtles for Valentine's Day?
Of course, we got Miss Bates. No, I didn't get a single turtle, and I was not happy about it.
That's gonna be my random act of kindness for you. But
Yeah,
it was
Miss-
supposed to be a surprise.
John, thank you for being here.
Sorry, Madam Chair.
My cell phone battery's dead, and I thought, what am I gonna do?
I hope this was recorded.
Hey, this is one of the best conversations we ever had.
I'm telling you.
The most fun is in between the meetings, huh?
Hey, sometimes that's where everything is happening at.
Yep.
So we're going to get this snow or what?
Well,
What's
Michelle-
the deal here?
Corny bee jokes that were.
Hey,
being
Michelle, I
said at
wanted to tell you
agriculture.
something about underwear.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
let's have it.
Excuse me?
Oh,
When my son was very young, he was told that he had to, put a pair of underwear in the laundry each day. So one morning he came down and he had on 5 pair of underwear.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a follow-up to the agricultural meeting, please behave yourself.
We will. All right.
We'll try.
And I hope you are all aware that you have just been live streamed.
That's good. That's good, though. Good. We're really
Good.
normal human
Hey.
beings.
All right.
Hey,
So-
people make money from conversations like this. We can raise money for the county.
Okay, we are ready to go. So it's 11:33 on Thursday, February 17th, and I'd like to bring the Legal Affairs and Claims Ad Hoc Committee to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Ford,
Present.
Gums,
Comes here.
Martin,
Martin present.
Teppy,
Happy here.
you're up.
Here,
You have a quorum.
very good. Could I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of December 6, 2021?
Martin moves.
Ford moves.
Ford seconds. Any discussion? And I believe we can move that to consensus. Or should we, why don't we just go ahead and take the vote? That's easy.
Ford,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Debbie,
Debbie, yes.
you're up.
Minutes are approved. Should we go into executive session now? Or do you want to wait and we can move that?
We would need a motion to discuss pending litigation and review of closed session minutes.
Okay, very good.
I will make that motion, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Do I have a
Gums will
second,
second.
please?
Gums will second.
Thank you, Ms. Gums. Clerk, please call the roll.
Ford,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Debbie,
Debbie, yes.
you're up.
Yes. Okay, we are going into closed session.
Okay, everybody online, please accept the invite to go into the closed session. Be aware we are live streaming. Until I give you the okay, everything you will be saying, like earlier in the meeting, will be going out live to the public. So accept those invites. We'll get started in a moment. Okay, one more moment. We're going to wait for YouTube to catch up.
Blair, I'm got it.
Okay, you are in open session.
Very good. Just a second, please. We are back in open session. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Ford,
Present.
Gomes,
Gum's here.
Martin,
Martin present.
Tepe,
Happy here.
Keurig.
Here. I believe, Ms. Neerman, you have an announcement you'd like to make about Kathy?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Assistant State's Attorney Michelle Neerman. I just wanted to share with the committee that Kathy Watson, Assistant State's Attorney Kathy Watson, was named one of our prosecutors of the year for the King County State's Attorney's Office this year. She was acknowledged for her hard work during COVID, taking on additional responsibilities to help with COVID-related matters across from the King County Health Department to the Sheriff's Office, to CARES Act, to ARP funds, and then to also really take on an increased litigation load that was necessitated by necessity raising in our office to assist with abuse and neglect cases. There was a tremendous rise in abuse and neglect cases as well as domestic violence cases during COVID. And so for a number of months, we loaned 2 of our civil attorneys to help with those abuse and neglect cases. And Kathy very, very graciously took on a lot of additional work. And she did just great quality work as well. She received a very favorable ruling in the Second District Appellate Court with respect to a car chase case, establishing a great precedent for other counties and local governments to use when their police departments or sheriff's offices are sued by those who are injured in the course of a police chase. So we really thank her for all of her work, and we thank you for acknowledging her.
Thank you, Kathy. Well done. Is there anything else?
I move we adjourn.
That's what I thought. But I don't have that information on my agenda, so could you?
Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. Yes, I do. Absolutely. May I have a vote on settlement approval in case number 13 CV 3748
Gums will move.
The amount of
in the
$9,500.
amount of $9,500. Thank you.
Gums will move.
Councilman
seconds.
Martin seconds. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Ford,
Yes.
Gomes,
Gums, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Tepe,
Happy yes.
Keurig.
Yes,
Approved.
motion is approved. Seeing that there is nothing else,
Martin moves to adjourn.
thank you, Mr. Martin. Do I have a second?
Gums will second.
Clerk, please call the roll. We're adjourned. There we go. Good.